From wherever you're joining us from, hello and welcome to Her Essence. I'm your host, Soni Masharia. Buckle up and let's talk.
So, today we'll be having a very interactive discussion, and the topic for today is adulting. Now, a quick disclaimer is that we're in our early 20s. We're just experiencing adulting. And so we're going to be giving like an expectation versus reality kind of talk. So, Flex.
Yeah.
Tell us.
Hi. So the first thing, let me start with me. Mimi kama Nyambura.
As a person.
Me personally kama person. Hey, I feel like this is so when I was in high school, I feel like it was way back when I was in primary school, because I skipped the top class. How do they call it now?
Where you are the
watoto wa siku hizi wanaitaje? Playground. Okay, anyway.
Playgroup.
So mimi wa top class. Nili-miss top class. So already like nilikuwa nime skip school.
Yeah.
So nilimaliza high school. I had just turned 17 or was it 16?
17 or actually
17 we were from 3
Mimi.
Nili
turned 17 because it was in November. So even like since way back when I was in primary school, I had this idea. I'm like, oh, Nyambura will finish school by 21, get a job. Now I'm ready to get the kids and get married. Master's degree. I'm
25 you're a doctor.
25 now. You can't talk to me.
Yeah, like.
But then now I finished. Nipate PA. But then now we're in our early 20s. I'm 21. Now I'm here. I'm like, okay, so I'm still in school and hata sijakaribia kumaliza. Niko na 2 more years. There's so many hiccups and it's okay. Like it's okay to finish school because I had to go through 1 year in another university. Then I switched to universities and it's completely fine. Like it's you're fed with a perfect life. Like it's the people want to they're giving you a structure. You need to only do this or do this or do this. You either need to do as in, and it's really hyped. Just finish.
Overrated.
It's very overrated. Overrated is the word. Because now can you imagine? Because at times it gets to you because you're like, okay, so now I'm 21. I still haven't.
Moving.
Yeah, kwanza when now your friends you have already now you're starting to go for graduations when all
our friends are graduating.
Imagine this is that year and me I'm like, okay, I've just finished second year. Yeah, mommy. Imagine. Yeah.
Relax.
Okay, example.
Imagine our lawyer here.
December like you.
Imagine size yako 4.2 size mimi ndo nimemaliza 2.2 niko at least nimemaliza second year. So it's overrated. You gonna do it. Imagine like it will happen in due time.
Because I feel what you're saying is about the whole structure we are given when we are young and we don't achieve it gives us some sort of pressure.
It does.
Yeah. Because I think you were told by your parents, maliza hapa nasari ingia hapa enda huko tuende hivi. Like me I'm amazed that people are still having a debate if you're gonna go to KSL. Hiyo ni kama niliambiwa nikiwa mtoto ukikwa.
You know, KSL in exist I think in campus. I'm like, haya kumbe ukitoka this part you go this part. Like I just thought kuingia courtroom and like I object. That's simple.
Mine, I think my problem is education. It has been given this whole, it's okay, it's actually really important, but if you're not, education is not your thing, like your smartness in school and how you perform, you shouldn't feel bad about that. But we grew up knowing if I didn't get if I didn't get that 400, was it 400?
Yeah.
400 marks, I will not make it.
Yeah, kama ni 400 kama ni 250.
When you umefika mtu hata nakuuliza, imagine the other day I was talking to dad, nauliza dad gani nilikuwa high school gani, nimesahau jina.
Like imeisha tu.
Because at the end of the day,
Yeah.
and also on the flip side, I feel like if you get an A, you mustn't be forced to do med.
Yeah.
Like ukiwa mdogo unataka kuwa nani? Usiposema daktari ama lawyer
Ama engineer.
next an engineer, like it's
Mimi nilisema shopkeeper.
wewe ndio ulijua
Sailor nishone mamangu nguo.
Wow.
I know she remember.
mimi nilikuwa nataka kufanya aviation.
Nilianza big.
Unakumbuka high school ndio watu waandike careers. Nilimwandikia farmer. Kusema kweli sikuwa nimefanya hiyo kazi, and I knew the only way I'd get out of this is put some lazy ass career. But now as I am, I realize that farming is not as easy as it looks.
Yeah. But it's such a good career. Like you should be allowed to do what you want. It shouldn't, unless that's what you really want, you shouldn't be forced to do engineering simply because you got an A.
Yeah.
Some people are really good at dancing, at singing.
the arts,
Pursue
yeah.
that. There's art, there's so much. Like the world needs your creativity. You mustn't sit in class for 6 years.
Also,
it's not
education
worth
is
it.
not
It's
everything.
not
It's not. It's not.
Because if you think about it, people
It's
are
important.
actually, it's important, but creatives are the ones that are earning around here.
Yeah.
Because nimefikiria
Gain the knowledge
maisha
and
tumekaa
move.
shule,
But it's not
na mtu
easy.
alichukua video akafanya ujinga social media flag amenunua convertible.
Okay.
wow.
Hey, sisi tunabeba tu hapa Balenciaga.
Nafahamu.
Adidas.
Nafahamu ndio wewe unanimaliza. Alafu badala ya hiyo Puma ni ngurumo.
Leave it. I'm not talking about you.
Okay, no, I have a question on vile mmesema like we had this sequence in our head that utatoka nursery, primary, blah blah blah.
I live
So,
your life.
Yeah, wow.
Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah. Nipe pesa yangu niende direction.
So my question is, do you think like in our generation we've come to realize that it's not evil linear venye umesema?
Yeah.
Do you think our parents generation yao ilikuanga hivyo? Because for them I think ulikuwa unatoka maybe was it ni campus ama wapi? Then unaenda sijui NYS at the time, and then maybe I think for them getting a job was way easier because unapata maybe you have a secretary job or like sijui. I think for them, I kind of feel like for them they had an easier time transitioning from one stage to another. Ama ni juu the pressure for them was higher. I don't know.
Like their time, okay, when she's talking to me about education, masomo nini, she tells me that us, we are lucky because we have people to talk to us, to advise us, you know, like in high school, to a little mentors and all. Their time, they didn't know these high courses, they keep telling us to find it. I guess that's why they give us the pressure. Because while they knew, mtu akimaliza high school, ukienda college unasomea kuwa teacher, secretary, nurse, askari. That's
By
what
the
they
way.
knew. Sasa sisi tumepewa opportunity ya hiyo diversity and all. So
But I also feel
I
feel like it's because they have made us believe it was, you know, as in they have this whole idea kuna mtu mzazi ashaikosa kukwambia alikuwa number 1.
Hey.
It's because they have made us believe it was
True.
Well, wangu nimeona ni
Wangu ni
platform.
true.
Yeah.
But
Shout out. Also for me, I think our parents, I'm being the devil's advocate. I think for them it comes from a place of I want the best for my kid. It's just that the best for them is not what you have in mind.
here. And you are here.
Like, Mom,
True.
I don't want to be a surgeon.
I
want to do this. It's still good enough for me. It's still making me
It's what I can
happy.
do.
I'll live a good life. I think for them is be comfortable, be able to stand on your own. I think rarely do your parents think, wacha huyu nimsomeshe, atakuwa ananinunulia gari. No, I don't think that's
But
the
there are
motivation.
some who do that.
That's wrong because did I ask for you to bring me into this world?
I ask myself that question so many times nowadays.
Don't give your kids pressure.
think
Ati
that
soma
you
ndio
couldn't-
unifanyie. No, Like they're living their life, they're living their way. Do your best is to encourage them, want the best for them, advise them. Yes, sometimes maybe I can't see the bigger picture, and you can because you have lived life more than I have.
Yeah.
Like, hey mom, naona nje unaenda.
Yeah.
Hapo mbele kutakuwa na bumps na swerves. This other one is smoother. Take it smooth.
I think venye tu umesema, for every parent they want the best for their kids, and I think that's the dream ama the joy of every parent, kuona mtoto wake ako na better than they had.
Yes.
But now I think the disconnect comes, I think using disconnect, inakuja kwenye sasa they don't know how to support you in what you want without imposing what they want. Yeah, because they're like anasikia you want to do this, they're like, no, fanya hii na hii ndio iko na pesa, hii ndio successful, blah blah blah. Wewe
Job market is flooded.
Job market iko flooded. Wachana nayo.
We were feeling zile za campus. Sasa uko hapo unatafuta tu kosi iko na pesa, kosi ina suit.
Cause hivyo ndivyo umeambiwa. Na ile kwa job kushtua village na ndio unashtuka class.
Class got TDD.
Windows. Mimi tunamaliza online classes siku hizi. Online
classes you need video yake tu.
Yes sir, I'm here.
We can hear you.
Yeah.
It needs a video. But I feel like also for our parents, since they were so used to it, and we're so different from them, because us we really express what we want. For them, it's like they didn't have quote-unquote opportunity for them to be like, Mom, sifanyi hii kitu. But for us, like this is a very new generation, and I feel like they're kind of struggling with it. Maybe that's why ukiwa high school mnapigana na mom, even after campus in first year, constant fighting, because it's like they don't get where you're coming from. Because as we want to express ourselves, want to be like, oh mom, so this is what is happening, this is what I don't want to do. And I feel like that should be encouraged so that your parents know where you're coming from.
Liberty.
Liberty
is the difference between our generations, and that's why I think the whole brushing shoulders comes in, because they don't understand that concept of liberty, and because them they didn't have it. They're like, you know, all that thing. We can stand and say, I don't want to do that, mom. But ako like, mimi ningeambia mamangu miaka yote ingechapwa. Ilikuanga vita kila kitu. Ukianguka umia unachapwa kwa. Imagine guy, everything was just
Anyway.
I think for me, I expected adulting to be smooth. If it's not traveling, having 1 million
even me
going out, university is gonna cool down. Yani, I thought it's a kakaba.
University are grownish.
Thank you. Exactly. Hey. Actually, the hostels will be beautiful. I'm not saying that they're ugly, but
you get a very nice boyfriend. Everybody's fighting for you. Well, have not even dated.
I realize that adulting, the major part of like the first few years of adulting is working through the trauma you had as a child. Like maybe things. It's not fun, but it's not fun to unpack yourself and realize. Wait.
Even the realization part. Because at times you do stuff and you don't know that it's coming from a place of I'm traumatized. And then after some time when you're growing, you're like, what?
Or even the things people said when you were growing up, or
the
things you were taught at home. You know, doctrines are so important.
Yes.
In this household, we don't do this. So you come out and you realize, it's not that bad.
Tuvangi ngo fupi.
And
then you're like, ay, kuna joto. Sasa ni stabas and fupi.
What will I do? I can't die.
I'm just remembering.
Kama mzungu. So they're like, kama mzungu.
Tabia za wazungu unaleta hapa kwa nyumba yangu.
Ngoja kwako kama maundo ni meri.
Tunaduma. So I think I was just going to add something funny about Veneti from amesema working through your trauma and imekuwa happen as a child. I think I saw something on Twitter ati ukienda kwa therapist ukiwa like maybe in your adult years and then unaongea and then you see the therapist just writing things down. I think that's maybe my biggest fear. Ama unaenda unaambia watu vitu zenye umeishi kujua and they're like, you think like that?
Who taught you that?
Yeah. No, like I feel like maybe, not really maybe, but kuna vitu we should start having a discussion about. Because venye tu Tifa amesema, maybe kwenu kuna vitu mlikuwa mmezoea kufanya which are not necessarily the right way, and then unaenda kuzifanya out now in the real world, unapata a culture shock.
What's up? Yeah, exactly. To add to what Tiffany was saying, I feel like most of our period, the realization period, is actually even us being unkind to ourselves and scolding ourselves because we don't understand it's a process to get there. Or this is how I was treated, and that's why I'm reacting like this. Because now you're realizing, so you're always unkind to ourselves. That's why we're like, adulting is a scam. Oh my God, I'm so tired.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I can't do this. Oh my God, I have to use drugs or whatever. You know what I mean? Because we haven't. It's like the better part of it is me realizing. Imagine Sony, it's okay.
Yeah.
Imagine your life. Okay,
I can't kill myself.
I can have a personal example. Like for example, I always say I really struggled in high school with like the like administration of the school and all that. And
such a nice way to put it.
I know, right? Kulingana na vita ambayo nilikuwa napigwa. But like coming from, for example, there's the captains and the prefects, and they have a right way. The school has a right way to administer punishments. Like if the captain says you did this and this, nobody's asking you, Sheila, did you actually do it?
Yeah.
It's always she said, and it's like that. So you don't realize that it affects you. But like for me, it affected me for a while because I realized I could not easily express what I'm feeling. And I'm such an extrovert. Yeah, it's like your opinion doesn't count. So you end up being very shy. Even answering questions in class, you're like, maybe my answer is not correct.
The self-doubt.
The self-doubt, because
which is what you were saying. I think we were also trained to be the yes girls. Like,
yes,
did you do this? Yes. Do you want to do this? Yes. You know, I can't stand to myself and say no, I did not do that. You know, like the whole how high school used to do it in ukipelekwa boardroom akisema
I remember there was actually that thing where you told ati kesi itakuwa fupi ukiitikia.
But I also think, and I don't know, maybe I'm biased, but I think also how you grow up. How you grow up. Me, always, my opinion was always valid. My parents made me believe that. So me, I'd just be like, excuse me, I want to abort this flight. Like, I'm not doing
it. Because parents, you will live with the parents like 30%, and the other time you're in school. And now these schools that you have been entrusted to take care of you, that the ones telling you, son, say yes, we get it, we get to it faster. Because most of the time you spend with school, like if you think about it.
It's true, because I remember the one time
since you were 4 years old.
The one time I tried that is saying I didn't do it because nimeandika makosa, and then I was told write the report. I wrote on the report, I didn't do nothing, and I took it back. She looked at it, she told me, go write again. I wrote again, I didn't do nothing. I was told, pack your bags and leave. Like it's not about do I really care about what you're saying, and it has affected me. For me to come back to a place where I'm like, baby, imagine you're right, say it. Like your answer is correct. Tell them. And it's not even bad to be wrong. You can always be wrong and be corrected. So I feel like
because you see, like after high school, after they have been told there's like a right answer to everything. Yes. And then you come to uni, this lecturer is telling you it's okay. Just say it. It's the matter of how you say it. Does that make sense? Because I feel like we were just taught Karema Kwanza, we taught yes. Umeoga, yes. Uliba, yes. Uliosha, yes. Because it's just, I think that's just a problem.
I think when I feel like your place me.
Let's talk about it.
So, babes, let me say something. I actually used to admire you. You are rebellious. Not really rebellious, but ulikuwa tu
She was
zero fucks uko. I think that's what you used to unaportray. Exactly, that's what I loved about you, cause you didn't take at your nonsense either sucking up to our when you're accused of things you didn't actually do, because that's what they wanted you to do. You were like, yes, I did it, and then sasa now you make it easy on yourself. No, I feel like you are really true to yourself.
Yeah, because I remember nilikuwa naenda home. Ananiambia sema mbona umeandikiwa suspension letter. Mimi naomba mimi sijui hata wewe unaweza enda ulize, because now what do you do?
But like you see like
they are not.
Like you see her case,
Because
what she was doing is actually the right thing. If you think about it, her standing to her, it's being like, I didn't do this. I can't say I did something I did not do.
Yeah.
That was the right thing. But we grew up knowing
that
what she's doing is rebellion.
Yeah.
But it's actually not.
Thank you.
Because if you think about it, because me, I was the yes girl. I'm just gonna say it here.
Yeah,
I was the yes girl. Captain alisema Cynthia. Sorry. Alisema hivi. You know this is the right path. Whereas you know it's never nyamaza class. But her, she could stand and say, but I want to say something, I didn't do this, I do. But now I will look at her in class and then you're like, do you think even our peers are like a mistake? Because I think we made her feel like that.
Because you see,
in as much as
no, we made her feel like rebellion. She's rebellious. Because her, she's saying her truth. But to us, it's like ungeskia tu. Okay, this start. Oh, you know what? But we made it look like she's the bad one, but she's actually doing what we
now
should
is when
do.
your point is coming home.
And now that was the problem. And now you see that's the problem, because in as much as I'm very strong spirited, she's very rebellious. It was getting to me because I was really struggling with it. So I find myself, I will have maybe started feeling like, oh, maybe I'm too much.
Right.
Maybe they're right.
Yeah.
Reduce yourself.
Like
And when you realize who you are, you can't do that. You reduce yourself for somebody else. You can't for nobody.
Somebody tells me I'm too much. I'm too much for you.
Like that's what Adele said. I am avoiding spaces where they need a reduced version of me. And I felt that.
Not again.
We love it. There's this thing we say with my friend Elsie. I'll remember to die before I reduce myself. I'll remember to first die.
They'd rather bury me alive.
Yeah, I'll remember. I'll remember to die.
Yes. So as we are through this topic, my point, I think, is anyway thing. My point is time. I think time heals everything. True. Okay, don't tell that to people who are grieving. They don't like to hear that. But in our circumstances and what we have experienced, time heals everything.
Gosh, true. Because I'm trying to imagine, you remember that time that I went for a false suspension because a captain was chasing clout with a principal. And then at that point, it was really hurting me. But then now, we're talking, we're friends, and I'm like, even you were going through it. We were so young. Like when you keep, I feel like it's also it connects with when you are used to storing anger in your heart, it manifests as something so ugly. So just itikia healing. A whole lot of healing. Tuambie mtu wa Twitter, whole lot of healing. Because time does heal. Because at times even you realize some things, they're not even worth your time.
Imagine
you let them go.
I feel like we need to tell ourselves, it's baby girl, it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Constantly keep choosing yourself.
Because everyone chooses themselves. People are selfish.
If you feel like you want to argue it out, argue it out.
And
if you want to let it go,
let it go.
Let it go.
As she was saying selfish, I don't think selfish is a bad thing as you have portrayed it. Because imagine it's okay to look after yourself. Because you're out here chasing people's happiness, pouring from empty jars. Ukianguka tukufanyia nini? Tuandike nini? I'm so pretend you like that.
My mom says that guard your heart. Because everything else pours from it. So whenever I go to my mom na namwambia guy mom huyu alifanya hivi na hivi, ako like unajua nini? it's not a direct representation of you, it's a representation of them. Kama mtu ako na chuki kwa roho yake, vitu zinatoka ni chuki. So sometimes it's not even that it's you. Maybe kuna vitu zenye yeye ametoa huko nje anakuja kukuletea, ama things they've been dealing with, or just things they haven't resolved, anakuja ana project kwako.
And then you keep them with you
like
for so long.
To add on what like Sheila is saying, I feel like the other thing we do a lot is we let people who do not know who they are identify as.
What?
You want somebody who is sad tell you, baby girl, preach.
You
know you're really pretty, you look really nice, but you will let an individual, a sad individual, someone seated, amelala achukue simu akwambie you're not. Somebody na yeye mwenyewe ajijui, but we just let the other things, your circumstances, your background or whatever, identify who you are. Like in the longest time, I mean, yule mtoto mzuri wa mom, I can't do this because now this is what my background has defined me to be. I can't stand up to myself and be like, okay, I don't want to do that.
No, I want to change.
Change that. Because I think that's just the biggest problem.
Well, for me, adulting imefanya ni realize that not every grown-up person is actually mature. Like, that was just painful. I think that like you just see a person again. Like maybe the age of Kenya or even just tall.
The age of Kenya.
Yeah, the age of Kenya. 50 years and sijui how many. Unapata mtu 58. Unapata mtu like they're older than you, or they're like in their 30s. Una expect mtu kawa experienced life, gather wisdom. There was nothing being gathered.
Alafu msikia amesema such a stupid statement, like body shaming someone, and you're like
Sifani.
And you know, I have an example. There's this very, if you're watching this, you're disgusting. Anyway, so he posted on his status, sad. You know, it's sad.
It's sad.
Because he has finished a whole degree. And he did
God.
civil engineering.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The world is depending on him.
Yeah.
Then he types. So it was, I can't remember how it was phrased, but it was along the lines of, Ati, ladies, do your skirts. Have you ever had a song that has been released about someone with a small butt? What? Are you serious?
So
silence. Like, so as
you can actually see the wheels turning in my brain.
Like, and then I told him that's rude, and then he had the audacity to say, Adi, tell me a song.
I prefer not to start.
Draw your own conclusions. Like,
from that story.
Learn. There is so much to learn in the world from your friends, from yourself, and learn stupid behaviors
And
like
ideologies you have in your head that everyone just
be teachable. You're not always right.
And that's the thing I thought we have learned or have battled with in like my adulting is women, we are important. I think that we were not taught enough, and everything we actually do is not about the other gender.
True.
Because as we were taught, and
Okay,
unaosha vyombo vizuri.
Like
unaosha vyombo vizuri. Hivyo ndivyo utaosha bwanako. It's not everything about them. It's actually, we can actually fuel ourselves.
Sasa uniambie unaosha hivyo utapata diarrhea. Sasa unijali.
Because everything we have been doing, or rather we have been taught to be doing, go to school, learn how to cook, because your bwanako atakurudisha huko.
Yaani ujui kufua nguo, ujui kupiga pasi, bwanako atakuwa anapiga. Utarudishwa.
Yeah, because imagine it's just that we were not taught that it's okay to look out for ourselves as women.
Yeah.
And everything is not about men.
Not even that. I think that kitambo, the things women didn't look important.
Yeah.
Like at being home, tea, you're washing, you make sure. Right now, to be honest, I really look up to those people. Like, you have decided to devote your life into raising your own kids, into shaping them to be proper adults for society.
Such a
I'm
big
like,
deal.
people didn't give you enough claps. Like, they should have given you a standing ovation for choosing not to, like.
It's a whole job.
Yeah, it's a whole job actually. It needs to be it's a career.
Should be paid. Yeah, it is.
Lipa to watch them to let them pay their own taxes. Let's allow women to be who they want to be. Stop saying, oh, Kai, unafanya hiyo ni kosi ya wanaume.
Hiyo tuliongelelea last time.
Let's not
speak about it. Yeah.
Because I feel like we have been trained. I don't know. I think this is actually very passionate about, but I think we have been trained to take the second seat. Like, because I was reading an article, you have a gender class going on, and then they were saying that women, like during Makatili women are fighting for independence, that women we were sitting down, no, as in we were at home making sure the husband is okay to go fight. And now we have to cook for them. Even because to ours is to make sure ako sawa aende a prosper. I think that's how we have been trained. Let me make sure this guy over here is fine enough or is healthy enough to go do bigger things, and now I take the second seat and be like, I'm fine. You know what I mean? Because I feel like we don't get credit.
I think I'm really loving the whole women being given the future is female vibes going on, because even now we are learning about the roles. Like, there were field marshals who are women during the fight for independence. You know what? That makes me happy. I can't even explain it. Like, man, you know, they were like, you know what? I also want to be counted in the fight. I want to go. And for them to be given field marshal positions, it's not as if they were joking, Uko. They were really putting their life on the line, and that makes me happy. They pioneered. No.
I have a question on that. You said, like, umesema that maybe kitambo, or there's that idea that women come second. What about, is it okay to choose to want to be that second?
No, it's not okay, but I feel like let it be my choice.
Okay.
Custom that okay, I'm the wife. I need to make sure this husband, like I'm gonna put in the work to make sure you're okay, but it's not vice versa. It's my choice. Yeah, it's just we want the choice to be front runners to this female generation.
Yeah, or if you want to take the back seat, you can always do it. So it's like kama kukuwa na wageni kwenu, brother yako si mwenye anaangaliwa na ni mgeni akikosa ati sahani. Like, yeah,
you should be quite biased because all of you are girls.
Yeah, but like ni kama ile ya haya vyombo hazijaoshwa na tuko family gathering, there's my cousins, but ni vyombo hazijaoshwa, wasichana mmeshinda kufanya nini? Not to say, but that's not to say that hatutaosha vyombo, because you're doing it because you want to clean utensils.
Equally.
Like, it's
not gender role.
Let's
not make it gender role. Let's just make it, I do this because I want to. I don't cook to make sure because my husband has to. You know what I mean? Like, it's like kurudishwa like kipi ya kwetu.
Oh yeah, like it should come from a place of love.
We are really digressing. This is having a whole feminism show.
Maturity too, like realizing that not every adult is mature. Napata, there are people with very backward thinking schools of thought and just.
Are you saying we don't have role models? Like,
not really role models, just that some of the role models that we look up to are not all that.
Would you really be looking up to them if they had backward thinking?
No, I
get your point. I'm trying to show Son your perspective. That there are people out there. They're also adults. They've grown, they've lived life, but their experiences have not shaped them to be to evolve.
Very progressive. Just
there are good role models out there.
Age does not equal maturity.
Unfortunately. I think that's it.
I think that's my biggest
parting shot. What you would actually
My parting shot is something positive about being an adult. It's so liberating. It's so free. You're making your own choices. Please don't allow people to. Don't do things because of society or what you. Do what makes you happy. Be in the pursuit of happiness, darling.
Yes, girl.
Yeah, like just allow yourself to live, create experiences, make money where possible. Yeah. The independence that comes with being an adult is important. And embrace it. I don't think I can go back to being a child. So.
Unfortunately.
Shape up or shape out.
tunaanza tunaenda mbele.
I mean, I think I'd say my biggest maybe takeaway from adulting is realizing that it's okay to make mistakes. And that people make mistakes, because I thought everything was just like the way social media it said that people don't show you your failures, people don't post their failures. So you grow up thinking that unapata like maybe they're uko juu, but you didn't really know their journey, you didn't see your formation process, and you realize that maybe they had a lot of L's, the failures, the whatever. And you grew up thinking that oh my god, what am I doing? What am I doing? I'm failing at this, and you realize that failure is very normal in adulting, and I think that's what they don't tell you. Because you make mistakes, and as long as you're consciously making the effort to become better than not at the other person, just that version of you. Una constantly evolve. That's what I love about adulting, realizing that your mistakes don't necessarily shape you. You can grow from them, and you can choose to just stagnate in the choices.
You can remain alone.
Mine goes along with Sheila's point. I was telling you this morning about a quote I saw. Perfection is so demanding. Just strive to do your best.
You are.
Do you.
Ebu underline, you are best.
You are best.
Not.
You are best.
Yeah.
Not others. Don't
Not anti that one or that one. You're best. I love that.
Well, I feel like my takeaway, is it a takeaway? No, it's not, I don't think it is.
Just observation.
Whatever, man. What I want to say is, for me, adulting has given me so much room to grow and learn from so many things. And you should always like have a positive mindset. Always be ready, as Tiffany said, be teachable. You're not always right. Don't come from a defensive point of view. You can always unlearn so many things and become better. There's so much joy when you're reflecting from the person that you are, and then you evolve to this very admirable personality. It has so much joy.
When you
like
choose to work on yourself.
When just you realize ati I'm Nyambura. This is where I put my energy.
Yes.
This one does not deserve my energy. Doesn't deserve my time. I hydrate. We're the business that pays you. Yeah, the edgy community. Drink your water. Mind your business.
So I think my takeaway is, baby girl, it's okay. Because I feel like the most thing I have suffered myself is being unkind to myself and not normalizing mistakes. Oprah says normalize mistakes, not that they are good, but they are a learning process. But we have made it look like it's a failure. Mistakes are no failure. Let's normalize mistake. It's okay. You're fine.
You're fine.
You're fine.
Kwanza, can you imagine all the stress that we were giving ourselves?
Guys, I used to give myself
high
pressure.
school lady. Hata in first year.
Watu wanafanya masters. Mimi niko wapi?
And something else. You are allowed to bring your seat to the table, please. Bring it. If there's no seat for you, stop telling people, no, go and bring your own seat. You, as much as everyone else in that room or wherever that is, you also deserve to be there.
You do. You deserve the best that is there to be offered. The best.
You deserve
Kadogo, the best.
The best.
You deserve the healthy relationships. You deserve love. You deserve to be loved. Yani you deserve.
Choose soft life. Choose it. Baby girl.
You can't choose you unless you choose it.
The soft life.
I affirm
I love that.
living a
choose.
soft life.
Yeah.
Manifest.
Bye.
Anyway, we'll wrap up. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Anyway, thank you so much for joining us. Hope you have learned a lot. Comment section, tell us what you have learned about adulting. Let us talk, because as we said, we are not gurus, we are learning, it's a process. And baby girl, you're okay. It has been her essence on Wema Online TV. That's Wema TV on all social media handles. That's the voice of hope.
Woo, bye. Peace out.
Wema TV, the voice of hope.